What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your second stimulus check update. And I have new stimulus check updates for you from Nancy Pelosi, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, from the Fed, and from President Donald Trump. And if you can guess what's in this box right here, you could receive $100 from me. And I'm going to give you a clue of what's in that box at the end of this video. All right, let's jump right into stimulus check news. Okay, first up, leader of the Democrats and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, the Republican negotiator, are trading documents to iron out the final details of the next stimulus package, which will likely include a stimulus check of $1,200, a $500 check for dependents, and an unemployment extension update between $400 to $600 per week, and money for mortgage and rental assistance, probably to the average everyday American. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin will resume negotiations on Tuesday on another round of pandemic relief for the U.S. economy. Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin have spoke regularly by phone for the past week after reviving talks with their first in-person meeting, which let's hope they didn't spread the virus to each other, since early August on the stimulus check negotiations. Also, President Donald Trump is urging both sides to come to a deal and make an agreement. He tweeted just a few days ago, "Our great USA wants and needs stimulus. Work together and get it done." Drew Hamill, who is the Deputy Chief of Staff to Nancy Pelosi, tweeted out yesterday that Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Steven Mnuchin spoke by phone today for approximately 1 hour. The two discussed the justifications for various numbers and plan to exchange papers again today in preparation for another phone call. We've been hearing talks from a lot of various sources from both the Democrats and the Republicans, but from the Democratic side, that Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are willing to go down to at least $2 trillion. This is probably the number that will make the deal happen. President Donald Trump has said in the past that he was willing to go up to $2 trillion, and Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats started at $3.4 trillion, came down to $2.2 trillion. They were thinking about going back up to $2.4, but they held their ground at $2.2 for their HEROES Act 2.0 revised. They then are now talking about coming down to offer another plan by midweek this week, which is starting today between Tuesday and Thursday, that they are going to come down to basically offer a new revised HEROES Act 2.0. I guess this would be the HEROES Act 3.0. And hopefully they come to at least $2 trillion so they can make a deal. There's a few other details of what is possibly holding up the stimulus check agreements, and that is the Republicans don't really want checks for people without Social Security numbers that only have ITIN numbers, and the Democrats do want checks for those people. Now remember, we're going to have to see compromise, okay? We had a quote from the Democratic Blue Dog Coalition that sent a public letter to Nancy Pelosi and to the rest of the Democratic team, which at this point is basically just Nancy Pelosi, saying that a deal needs to be made and don't let a perfect deal stand in the way of what America needs. So the problem is there's never going to be a perfect deal that is reached, because both sides are going to not like it, okay? They're going to have to come to a compromise just to get a good deal out for the American people. I personally think right now any deal that includes stimulus checks and an unemployment extension update and money from rental assistance and mortgage assistance, which basically could mean another stimulus check for you, is a good deal. Let's just get this deal done. Let's get the stimulus checks out there. Let's get another round of unemployment out there. Let's get money for people's pockets for mortgage and rental assistance. And then we can work on maybe doing another round, okay? If this pandemic continues into 2021, this will not be the last round of stimulus. If this continues for another 3 months or more, we're going to have to see more stimulus. This comes as we're seeing massive layoffs across the United States as more stimulus is not being passed. Disney just finished a second round of layoffs here within the last 7 days. Now another 2,800 workers have been laid off by Disney. This is the second round where they had over 28,000 people laid off within the last 7 days. That's over 30,000 people that have been laid off by Disney alone. The airlines have also laid off over 50,000 people already because Congress did not pass more stimulus by the October 1st deadline, which is the deadline of which the airlines needed to keep their employees on the payroll to basically satisfy the government who gave them stimulus money to pay for their employees, and the government did not give them any more money yet. And they've laid off now over 50,000 people. In addition, we're also seeing companies like Southwest Airlines who have announced pay cuts for their employees to avoid layoffs, which isn't really necessarily any better because now they're working and just receiving less money for working. As you can see here, Nancy Pelosi asked the airlines to pause their furloughs or their layoffs, vowing that additional aid was on the way, and she also said that it would be retroactive to help the airlines pay for their employees to prevent almost 100,000 people from losing their jobs, and the airlines have now laid off their employees anyways because they're still waiting for the deal to be made. This puts more pressure on Nancy Pelosi and the Republicans to get a deal done for not only the airlines, but for the American people as well. The Democrats tried to push, just in the last few days, a standalone airline bill that would give relief and give money to airlines, but it was blocked by the Republicans. And this means that they're going to have to include it in the big, larger stimulus package. So it won't be just a bill for airlines that would only help them. It'll have to be in the large stimulus package that will help everybody else. So we'll have the checks, we'll have the unemployment extension, and we'll have money for mortgage and rental assistance. As you can see here, President Donald Trump's medical team reports no symptoms after his first night back at the White House. They say, this morning the president's team of physicians met with him at the residence, and he had a restful first night at home, and today he reports no symptoms. Joe Biden's lead in some presidential post-debate polls have left some Republicans panicking. Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden has stretched his lead over President Donald Trump in post-debate polls, leaving panicked Republicans to warn the party could be headed for heavy losses on November 3rd. Biden has opened up his widest national lead in months in both the Real Clear Politics poll and the 538 poll averages, with 29 days to go until Election Day. Several recent polls have found Joe Biden leading by a landslide in margins nationally. New polls of Arizona, Florida, and Pennsylvania, a potential tipping point and battleground states, show to get Joe Biden to 270 electoral votes needed to win, show Biden building a substantial lead. Now, of note, Joe Biden currently has a 14 points or 14 percentage point lead over Joe Biden in national polls, but it's very coincidental because that is exactly the point lead that Hillary Clinton had been leading President Donald Trump 1 month before the election in 2016. Some people say that President Donald Trump needs to pass stimulus before the election to have a much better chance at winning, and that could be the key to him winning the election. You guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Okay, with that being said, let me read you your next clue to what is in that box. I'm going to give you at least one clue at the end of every video over the next several videos. We're going to announce the winner here in the next few videos. I don't want to say the exact video, but I will not repeat the clues. So you have to tune in to watch each clue, at least one clue per video. And I want to say all the clues are legit, okay? There's no clues to throw you off. There's no fake clues. All the clues do help you guess what is in that box. So the clue for today is the box and its contents of the box go together. A golden treasure lies inside, but not the kind you think. Okay? Let me read it to you again. The box and the contents of the box go together. A golden treasure lies inside, but not the kind you think. Let me know what you think is in the box down below in the comments. The way it works is if you guess correctly what's in the box, you'll be entered in to receive $100 from me. We're gonna, at this point, I raised it from one person because it was just kind of an off the cuff thing we were doing. And now we're gonna give $100 to two different people. So $200 total if you can guess what's in that box. There was today's clue. Let me know what you think is in the box down below in the comments. There's no limit. You can keep guessing as much as you want. You can guess whatever you think it is. There's not really a lot of rules or restrictions. Just let me know what you think is in the box. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up also. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos as they come out. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We're almost at 250,000 subscribers. We just passed over 30 million views. Thank you. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. You guys are awesome. And you can click on these videos to watch my newest stimulus check videos next. And this bottom video is me and my wife and I, receiving my YouTube award. And this video teaches you how to start a business selling products on Amazon. Click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.